those of you that have not been on a roundtable before, when I do them on Zoom, I do record, so I will send them the recording to you, and I will also send the slides. That way, if you have any slides you want to like add into your BNI Plus, or you want to, share anything with those, that will be, those will be available as well. So welcome to the November Roundtable. Thank you guys all for being here. We will get right into it. Maybe if I can get why am I not moving? What'd I do? Help. Maybe we'll get into it. Why is it not moving? Jerry? No, anything?
Can you stop your share, go out to PowerPoint, and then come back in again?
Okay. Stop my share. Oh, Trinity's here. Yay. Okay. I don't know what that is. We'll do that. All right. So now I'm going to try to share again. Sorry, guys. I usually don't have this technical issue, but we will try this again. Okay. Are we there?
It's there.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go with this. So it's a little bit different. I have it at a different angle, but that should be fine. Okay. So anyway, welcome. And those of you coming in, welcome still. Now we're moving. Okay. So welcome and introductions. Again, a lot of you are in different chapters. Please put in the chat your name, what chapter you're in, and your company. So we can kind of, if people want to reach out and what your role is in your chapter, like what your leadership role is. That way, if people want to reach out and, have conversations, network, and so forth, you can kind of get that information from each other and look them up. So please do that as we're going on through here. After that, we have a lot of recognition. So I've got some pretty cool recognition. We're going to talk about BNI Plus, goal setting, and chapter branding. So we'll get into all that today. Many of you know our coaches. Some of them are on the call, which is awesome. We've got Jerry, Julie, Justin's up north, Michelle, Susan, Benita, and then Jeff and Casey working as our launch coaches. I'm sure that many of you know them or will see them throughout the region. So good. I see you guys are adding your stuff in here. Awesome. Very cool. Thank you. Sometimes I'll just screenshot the chat so I can remember and then, follow up afterwards. So with BNI, our mission, as always, is to help members increase their business through positive, structured, professional referral marketing program that enables them to develop long-term, meaningful relationships with quality business professionals. And you guys will see this anytime I'm in front of you. We'll keep going over this, but in our region, this is the vision that we have for the region. A lot of people are adopting these ideas, which I love. But to have a strong region that fosters growth and passes referrals, ensuring success for all members and businesses of our region. So we're not on islands. We're not just, being greedy on our chapters. We want to try to help, because in reality, if someone visits our chapter and we don't have a spot for them, let's help them find a spot, because we really want that person to grow their business, and find the value of BNI. And I think we do that very well. So we want to continue doing that. Have a connected and engaged region that supports the success of one another. And that goes along kind of with the same lines, but also just being connected, doing things together. I've seen a lot more of that lately, and I love that. So I hope that we all continue. And then having all chapters at a minimum of 31 members. So this is a number that we are working towards. We have 2 chapters currently in the 30s. One I think is almost at 40. And a couple that are in the upper 20s, a couple in the lower 20s, and then some in the teens. But we know that, data shows that obviously the more members you have, the more money that is passed, the higher the seat value is, and the higher retention is. So it's just a better, like stronger, more viable chapter. And so that's kind of what we want to work towards. So we are, continuing to do that. And then increase all traffic light and power of one scores. And I just put my 20 points because, if you're sitting at 15 on the power of one, to get up to the green is quite a task. So let's, take it step by step and work our way up. But I have seen chapters that really want to adopt this and say, we want everyone in the green and yellow. And that's great, because if we are in the green or yellow, it means that we're really engaged in doing the things that we know helps drive success, referrals, and thank you for closed business. So that's why we're, working towards that. And I'm stuck. Okay. And then this is the slide. I know I showed this at the Omega meeting. I will continue to show it. By all means, share it if you want to share it in your region or share it in your chapters, because this is from our region and shows exact dollar amounts of what was earned last year. And thank you for closed business with chapters of these number counts or member counts. So you see the 12 member chapter and versus a 25 member, that's a huge gap right there. I mean, that's a big jump from 12 to 25. And then if you go 25 to 38 was the highest at the point when I pulled this data. And that's another 20,000. And thank you for closed business per seat. And again, that's the average. You know, some of them make a lot more. I was just at the South Dayton Benny Awards that they have, which is super fun. But they, I think one person had over 200,000 and thank you for closed business. So, you know, some people get a lot more and, but those are the averages. So pretty cool stats. And that's again, why we're trying to grow our chapters to be super solid and successful. This is our current chapter status that we have. These are all the locations that we have as well.
Where's
And
Amplify?
is it not on there?
No,
Ah, oopsies. I'm sorry. I don't know.
thanks, Nikki.
Sorry, Amplify is a chapter, and I don't know how that happened. Maybe I cut it off when I don't know. I will fix that. Put
We
it
were
on the
gonna
site.
tell you, Jason, but
I know. We're keeping you out.
I didn't get the memo.
Just kidding.
What do you
Sorry,
got,
Andrew, we're outta
19? You got
What's that?
19, Jason?
What's
No, they're
that?
at 20.
I was just
They're-
asking 20,
They're
20,
20.
19?
Yeah,
We
they're
have,
you go.
we have 20 right
yeah.
now.
Well, see, now you get special treatment if you get
Yeah.
called out. Stuff like
Yes, I will fix this and send it out. So yes, they are at 20. And Ignite is sitting real solid at 20, almost 21, 22. So they will be hopefully launching by the end of the week, which is tomorrow. So yay, that's super exciting. But that's what we have at the moment. And then I just have up here too that Casey is still, you know, he's still launch coach of Ignite. They should be wrapping up their launch soon and starting training next week. So if any, you know, if you know anyone that's visited there on the fence and wanting to, you know, join, I'd have them get in there now because the training is the best. Like that's when they get to learn all the things from the bottom up and they won't miss anything. And I just think it's so important. It's just really helpful to teach people, you know, from the jump. So that one is at Tuesdays at 7:30 in the Beaver Creek area. And Jeff Covey is working with some smaller core groups. The Troy one is more of Miami County. I was going to change that, but I left it on accident. And then he's got 4 in Bellbrook, 3 in Xenia, and these are people, 1 in Lebanon. So a couple drivers of people that are working towards you know, getting a group on the board. But still, you know, have some way to go with those numbers. But I can't see because my little bar is in the way. Added down here, and this will be a slide that goes out. He has a form, like a website that has a form that will take anyone interested, or if they're, you know, trying to find a chapter or join one of these core groups, they can fill out that form. So that's something again to share, especially if you have visitors that can't find a chapter, you know, because some of the seats are just really hard to find. There's no opening. So this is a good way to send that website out, send the slide out, let them contact Jeff or fill out that form on the website so they can get connected with the appropriate location core group that is forming. So I will send these out. All righty. Then let's see. Oh, so recognition. This is the fun part. We're going to jump into recognition. I see some more people have jumped on as well. So just make sure as you're popping in, put your name in the chat, your name, your leadership role, and oh, and what you do, what chapter you're in, and what your business is, so that people can communicate and network after the fact. So recognition, we love recognition. And I kind of pulled some different types of recognition this time and had some fun with it. So I want to jump right in. Traffic lights, this is normal. What high flyers are on the call? What high flyers do we have? I know Sarah's here. I
Sarah's
see
here.
Sarah.
Andrea, I think
Oh,
Christine.
Andrea, yeah. I think
Andrea's here
Andrea's
too.
Anyone else?
I think Christine is on.
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't see you there. Okay, awesome. So we have a handful of high flyers on. You guys officially are in the green. Woohoo! Yay! And I assume that you will stay there and probably go
Heck
higher
yeah.
than 70%. So I'm thinking you're going to keep
Yeah.
innovating, which is awesome. And then we have the rest. I put the yellows up. I do want to make a note because Amplify, that's a jump. Jason, I know you track the numbers. Where were you guys, a handful of months ago?
Well, probably 2 months ago, we were near the bottom.
Yeah.
And last
Yeah.
month we were kind of middle of the pack, and
Mhm.
and this month we now are in the top three. So in the
Yeah.
past 2 months, we've gone from worse to
Yeah, to climbing close to the top, which is
Yeah.
awesome, which is exactly what high flyers did last year when they saw them. Sarah, you guys were low too, weren't you? Like
We
towards the bottom?
we were the bottom. Yes,
The
we were
bottom.
last.
Okay. And now you're the top. Now you're the coveted chapter. So no, this is awesome, but it just shows you that when you actually like set goals and do the metric or do the things to raise the bar, you're going to like it works. So anyway, so this was a cool thing to look at. So we still got South Dayton up there, business by referrals, game changers, and I know some of you other chapters are like on the cusp but still working your way up. So this is awesome, and I can't wait till we have more people in the green. So we're gonna get there. So one of the things I've really wanted to do for quite some time is to give some like chapter incentives. And it's been a hard thing. And, people have asked in the past, well, in the past, we used to get this, that, and the other. In the past, we would get this. Well, I'm trying my best to offer some things that are within my reach, that I'm capable of doing. And so I kind of came up with this. And I know I talked about this a little bit at the mega meeting because we did give out some of the sponsor, like the individual sponsor gifts. Like some people got mugs, some people got hats, some people got the BNI sticker decal thingies. So that's great. But what I also really want to do is focus on the chapter branding too, because I think that's one thing a lot of us, like, we just don't have. Like, we don't have signs, we don't have tablecloths, we don't have, we just don't have the things that say who we are. So so I kind of put this in place. And for Q4, that's right now, anybody that goes +3, like a net +3, I'm going to purchase a banner. There's like a pop-up banner, customized to the chapter. So we can customize these with the QR code to go to your chapter and the chapter name and so forth. So that's one thing that we can do for anyone that goes net +3 this quarter. And then any chapter that hits 31 or plus, or is there already, has the choice of the tablecloth with table runner, again, these don't have the like logos on them or anything, but that's just an example of what they are. Or you could choose one of those like sandwich board tents. And the other one's more of like a chalkboard type tent, but I mean, tent, whatever, stand. So you could, still customize it, but then if you wanted to write stuff on it too, like for different events and whatnot, you could. So these are things that I want to help be able to offer our chapters as incentives, but as like branding items, because I know, chapter branding is it's expensive. Like, it's expensive to get a whole branding kit, but I think if we do this like step by step, then I can start like, building that in as we go. So anyway, these are the different things that we have. So just keep this in mind as you guys move forward. And if you are a chapter like Game Changers or South Dayton that have hit the 31 plus, or, are already above that, then I need to know what type of order you would like for your chapter. So keep this in mind, because I know I'm going to have more that get there. So that way, shout outs here. I've got, so for this is for this quarter again. So this is, the stuff I gave out at the mega meeting, like this is a start over. Shauna has sponsored 2 already, which is super cool. And then the rest of the people here have sponsored 1. Is anyone on this call that's sponsored? I don't know if anybody is. So yeah, so 1, so that's still good. And we can get out, like I said, get the little BNI stickers out. So thank you again for bringing people in, sharing the BNI experience, helping people grow their business, our communities. It's just a win-win for everybody. Then the chapter branding awards. So like I said, so far we've got South Dayton and Game Changers that are at the 31 plus, and soon to be high flyers that are at the 29, which high flyers are actually, I think it's a +2 this quarter, I think. Is that right? Did I put that in there? Yeah, I did. Yeah, +2. So you're already at +2. So you just might get the whole shebang all at once. But yeah, they're at +2, Amplifies +1, Downtown Connectors +1, Business by Referrals 1, B2B 1, Game Changers 1, and South Dayton 1 just this quarter. So that's a really great start. So yeah, keep it up, guys. I love it. And this, this is the time of year. Oh, I see Rose. Yay, Rose is here. What is net +3?
Yeah, I think South Dayton might be up to +2 now because they have one.
Might be what?
At +2 now. Because
Oh yeah,
Dean-
because they have
Dina-
one more coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
going in today.
So net +3 just means, Rose, that's a great question. Thank you for asking. But it just means like if you started the quarter at 32 and you end the quarter at 35. So you actually like added 3. So it's not like if I add 3, but I subtracted 4, obviously I would be at a negative, so it's just that's the only thing. So I think you guys are probably, if you just added another one, South Dayton would be at a +2 also. So you guys could possibly get the pop-up banner and the other, choice of the tablecloth runner or the sign. And some of that it's just your venue. Like some people, a sign is really coveted because you don't, you need something that shows people where to go. Where others you're just right there, and it would be nice to have like a tablecloth or whatever. So that's why I wanted to give some options. But anyway, again, exciting. And I know this is the time that it's kind of quieter, or at least that's what people, because of the holidays. But I also think it's kind of like a really fun time too, because a lot of us do more, I don't know, like social, like holiday things. And it's cool for people to see that part of us as well. Okay, so moving on. Chapter shout outs. This is goals. Let's say #goals. I know that's old. Chapter shout outs, Q4 visitor leaders. So we're talking again, October 1 to now. Game Changers have had 23 visitors, 21 of which I believe were at one Visitors Day. So that's pretty amazing. Gem City North had 11, which also is very amazing. They're, a smaller, newer chapter with 11 visitors already in Q4. Yep. And High Flyers with 9. So awesome numbers. Again, goals, keep it up, but it's doable. It's doable to get these big numbers in. And it's exciting. It's exciting when you do, because you see so many people, and then we can also help connect people to growing their business. So yay. Chapter shout outs. Now, Power of One, you guys know the drill on this. I will continue to say this so we all remember, but being in attendance, 1 referral a week, 1 one-to-one a week, 1 CEU a week, and 1 visitor a month would be perfect scoring in Power of One. And the A+ Club for October goes to Christine, who is on the call, correct? Christine, come to the front so we can cheer
I
you on.
am.
There she is. Yay. Yay, Christine.
Hey.
And then Mark Strickler, I'm sure he's not on the call. I know he always has an appointment during this time, but yeah, 100 points. And I know we've had others that have had 100, just maybe not this month. So I'm excited to get to the point where we have like 10 people with 100. So awesome job.
At one point, we had like 4 or 5 people.
We
a couple
did.
months
We
ago.
did. Yeah. I don't know where well, let's move. So here you go. Here's the remainder of the greens, which is still awesome. 26 for October. But yeah, you've got some 95s, 90, we're going down a little bit, but this is great. So I love this. When we first started, and I've said this before, when I first started pulling this up, we had like 11 people. So we've definitely continued to get more and more. And again, I know I'm competitive. I know I get excited about this. I don't get excited about numbers. I get more excited just about the competition part of it. But at the end of the day, it just really means that we're doing the things that are going to help us grow our business and be better networkers and better marketers and better leaders. And, so that's why we do these things. So anyway, but the numbers are fun too. So great job, everybody. How many of you, who else here that's on this list? I'm sure we have a handful. Missy, I know Missy's here. Jason's here. Sarah's here. Who else? I can't see everybody that's here. Let's see. Let's pull participants. Christine, Sarah, Missy. Is that it? I can't tell. I can't multitask.
Gary's here.
Oh yeah, Jerry's here. I'm here.
Gary's here.
I'm on the list. Yay. So yeah, quite a few. Awesome job, guys. Way to go. All right, let's keep going. Or I'm gonna run out of time. So what I did this time was pulled the top points in CEUs. This is an easy way to get points. Easy way, because you're in control of it. Like you invite a visitor, you don't know if they show, right? This is a way that everybody's in control of the points they get. These are all the people that got green for lifelong learning. And I think this is awesome, but I also think it shows you too, like kind of chunks out what chapters are doing the things. I mean, high flyers, obviously there a lot of them doing, but Amplify also has a lot. Downtown Connectors has a lot. And some of the other chapters are adding, they're adding this stuff in where they haven't before. So I'm excited to see almost every chapter. Well, Green Team has quite a few on there too. Like I'm excited to see these chapters starting to do this
And I
because
keep forgetting to put mine in, so I probably need to catch that up.
update it. Yeah. Way to go. Yes. Yay.
Come on, Jerry. I'm gonna get that whip out.
Yeah,
Lord.
pick your whip. And the thing, like I said, the thing is too, when you do these things, it can, it's just going to help all of us be, learn more, be better leaders, whether it's a podcast or a webinar on, networking or presenting or whatever it is. So I love the fact that, like I said, when I first started this, I would venture to say the majority of the people probably were in the zeros. Like people didn't even know this was a thing to track. So I'm really glad to see that we're doing this. That's why I wanted to bring this up today. So great job.
I
chapter.
gave everybody 1 hour for my presentation this morning because it was
That boring.
it was that boring. Yeah.
It was that like intense of knowledge, right?
It was, yes.
Yes, that's why. Very good. Okay.
Well done.
All right, I am going to discuss briefly BNI Plus. And this is something, and I thank you. I know Trinity's on here. Dave Dickinson joined me too, and Bill from Sydney. But B2B,
Andrew from Amplify, or Andrew's on here. He's sort of taken the lead from Amplify to learn a little bit
Good.
about that. So he's in here somewhere.
great. Okay, good. And I have a slide here that has like trainings that they have that you can get on to ask questions and stuff too. So I'll send that slide out. But this is everybody that started using this has loved it. Now that doesn't mean it doesn't come with a little bit of a learning curve, and it's going to take a little bit of like getting used to. But Drew from B2B has been using it for and Trinity that's on here. Both of them have said it has cut down on the time to prepare by, like Drew was like, instead of an hour, it's 5 minutes, and there's just so much you can do. So these are the additional trainings that Zach Roberts, he's like the guru, and Jenny Butts are holding. Now, please keep in mind though, if you're brand new and you have no idea what you're doing, go to a one-on-one. If you got your basics down, but you want more, you want to learn more things, go to the 201. Okay. So, and it kind of shows you, like, you can see a newsletter, visitor tracking, those things, but definitely go to the proper one, because if you have never logged on and you go to 201, you're going to be like, what is happening? So please make sure that you go to the proper one. If you haven't, done any training yet, but also, so Dave, I know you did it today. I heard it went well. Dave Dickinson. I know B2B is using it. Trinity's on here. Trinity, raise your hand. Can you come to the front? Is she visible?
Yeah, Nikki, ours went okay today. It was, obviously we had some snags in it, but need to fine tune it, add some slides. Now
Okay.
that I know how to add the slide.
Yeah, good. Well, and that's the
Yeah,
thing.
it'll work out better once it's set up. It's taking a fair amount of time to get it set up though.
Yeah, the setup is the harder part. But I think, like B2B, they even said when they started it, it was like they just did the bare bones. And now they're like getting creative and being able to add stuff. So yeah, but no, I'm glad you guys did that. That's awesome. Oh, okay.
That's what they
Rose,
said on
Rose,
our,
talk to me later. We'll figure out your credits. Okay. Talk to me later about that.
that's what they were saying on our national call too. Start
Yeah.
out with the basics,
Basics.
slide deck,
Yeah.
and then go from there.
And I see Trinity did post in the comments. She said it's been fantastic overall. So my other thing too though is, so we know B2B is using it. Metro just started. I did hear that South Dayton's using it because I talked to Caleb yesterday. Who else? Does anyone know who else is using it yet? but I guess my point is talk to other people in the region because you know they might be of help as well. So, okay, let me move forward. This is the list of chapters that we have, and you can kind of tell here who's logged in and who hasn't. I'm not doing this to shame anybody, but just showing you, like, you can see, you know, some of these have, like Metro, you can see they have their top open categories. They've got, and you can see when they last logged in and so forth. So, you know, it is helpful. Coaches can log into the chapters that they cover. So, you know, if you need help, reach out to the coaches too, because they can log in, I can log in. But this is, you know, a kind of a good way to show you all the chapters. And I love that we have a lot of them using it. So that's great. Okay, so we're going to talk about goals. And I know we talked about this some at the mega meeting last month, but we're going to go a little bit more in depth today because I want to show you guys a really cool feature that I showed the coaches too, that we have available to us. But again, I love this quote: you can't improve what you don't measure. And I say this all the time. I know with my fitness background, I always align it to fitness, but like, if we don't know where we're starting from, we don't know where we're going, or you have no idea where you've gone or how much progress you've made. So goal setting and connect. I'm going to go through a couple slides and then I'm going to turn it over and have Jason share his screen because I want to look at it from your guys' point of view. But goal setting and connect. When you're in BNI Connect, you should be able to go to your chapter meeting operations. And there's a little arrow, my big arrow that says manage goals. You should be able to go to that. Then once you click on that, it opens up to this next page where you can log in your goals. Now, Dave, and I think Dave and Trishonda and Tony are on here. So for Metro, or at least they were, I don't know, I lost somebody. But anyway, I put in the basic goals that Dave gave me that Metro has, like how many, you know, they want to be in the green for Power of One. So that means they would have to have X amount of referrals a week, X amount of one-to-ones. They want to make X amount of thank you for closed business. Like I put in those base goals and then I hit go. I haven't even shared this with you guys yet. So then this pops up. And this is pretty cool because at the top you can see this was Metro's goals. They want 34 members. They want to do 1.65 million and thank you for closed business. This was the goal. Consistently doing one referral and one-to-one per week per member, and then having all members in the yellow and green. So if those are your goals, I then translated it into, I filled in these months here. And like, so total number of one-to-ones. If you have 25 members and each member does one a month or one a week, in a month, that's approximately 100, right? If I do math right, I think. So that's why I put the 100, you know, for those months. And you can see in October, they hit 92. So BNI Connect pulls the data. Like I put in the goal and BNI Connect pulls in the actual, okay? Which is pretty cool because then you can see where you're at. So you can see with this side too. So visitors, I put in if each person brought one visitor a month, and then this was even a low ball because they have more than 20 members, but I put 20 a month. They had 8 in October. That would have been 8 in October. So you can see how it pulls the actual. Again, a way to see where you're at, that you're actually like, here's our goal. How close are we getting? New memberships, number of members of the chapter, number of referrals. I did the same thing with referrals as one-to-ones because if they want to each do one a week, then again, that's 100. I did not add the goal for thank you for closed business just because when I was doing it, I just wasn't mathing that far. But again, it pulls the actual, and that way they can see what they're actually getting, what's their goal each month and so forth. So I thought this was pretty cool. What I would like to do is I'm going to stop sharing, and then I'd like to have Jason. Jason, can you share? Can you pull?
Yeah, so
How do that?
let's see, how do I,
Do you see the
oh,
little share
share,
thing?
yeah, share, so let's see.
Just share your screen and pull up BNI Connect.
Okay, share,
There you go.
that's me, and then pull up BNI Connect. Okay,
Right,
can
there
you
you go.
see that?
Oh, yes, we can see it. Okay, so
Operation.
yeah.
So my question before we get into this, who, with going to the managed goals, who has permissions to do this? Because is it only like the president or the leadership team or who?
I don't know. That's why I wanted to kind of see it from your president perspective. I would imagine it's at least the president and vice president.
Okay,
Let's see, Sarah's on, Dave's on, you guys are vice presidents. You might be able to see
Andrew's on,
Andrew's on. Yeah.
he's
Oh,
the
all
secretary
leadership.
treasurer of us, so
Okay.
I don't know if he has.
Trinity said, yeah, all leadership. Trinity can see it too. Okay. All right. So,
So-
I want you
well-
to click on manage goals.
Okay, manage goals, set.
All right. Then go to enter chapter goals. It's up top.
Yeah, I just did. It takes me.
Oh, it's just slow. Okay. So start it. I would say start it at October, like put the date as 10/1/24 or whatever, because that would be the start of this year, October. There you go. Okay. And then if you're long-term, it looks like you already put a couple in,
I mean,
right?
I did play with this a couple of weeks
Okay.
back.
Okay.
So we decided, we've been talking, we want to get to that 31 members. And we have a goal that every member of Amplify will be at least in the yellow zone for
Mhm.
their 6-month Power of One score.
So that's kind of like the same numbers I was looking at with Metro. So go ahead and hit go. Okay, so this is where you would enter. So like here, your attendance average. I mean, obviously, if you want people there all the time, I mean, 95 is a pretty good average for attendance. But oh, wait, there's a way you can switch it to, at the top, it says per chapter or per member. I think I hit per member.
Okay.
No, probably per chapter, because if I had, yeah, per chapter, sorry. Okay. So number of one-to-ones, you have 20 people, right?
20
And
people.
Amplify. Okay. So if you truly want everybody to be in the green, if you're working towards that, the perfect number would be
80.
80. Yeah. So you would
Yeah, I
switch it.
think when I put this in, we had 19, so that's how.
Okay. So you put those numbers in already. Okay. I see that.
Yeah. So I think I
Okay.
played with it. Yeah, because that would
Okay.
make sense if there were 19
Right.
members times 4
Right.
would be 76.
So
So
those of you that are, on leadership or on the ELT, you could go in and you can adjust these numbers. So again, I would encourage you though, Jason, if I look at that, if I look at your visitors, you have 4 a month.
Yeah.
Like I would up that, because if you truly have 20 members and each one is supposed to bring 1 a month, your goal would be 20. I mean, your goal, so yeah, so you would change that. And then, then obviously new members, he's got that added in. Number of members, that's great. You've already made it to the 20, so that's good. Go ahead and
19
scroll
last
again.
month we're at 20. Yeah. So say
Number of referrals, it would be the same. If you're doing 1 a week, it would be 80.
well, I think I started where we were and showed it growing. That's
And-
what
right.
changed.
And then you did add thank you for closed business numbers too. Okay, so that's cool. Okay. And then go ahead and save. Is it gonna?
Yeah, so it saved.
Okay. Now, okay, so then I want you to hit chapter goal guide. Okay, so this is kind of cool because it shows you goal mechanisms. So when I look at the, when I pulled up my screen, I don't know why yours doesn't look like mine did. Maybe were you able to pull it up so it looked like mine did with the actuals?
What do you mean?
Okay, click out of
That's
this.
what I was gonna ask, how come he doesn't have actual?
Yeah, click out of the goal guide for a second. Okay. So you set it, you saved it, right? Everything saved?
Save.
Okay. Are
Go
you
back
sure?
to the operations page.
Yeah,
chapter
go back,
operations
go
page.
back. There you go. Okay. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, go to manage goals again. And go to view chapter goals. There you go. And then hit view. Okay, so here's what I was looking at. So this is where it pulls and you can see, total number 1-to-1, 75 was your goal. And what did you hit? This is so tiny. Sorry, I'm like really close in. 97. Right. Yeah. So this is the one I was looking at where you can actually view it. And you can export it. I think I sent it to you guys, Dave, at Metro.
Yeah.
Because you can export it into a spreadsheet and then you can, print it out or whatever, and share it if you wanted to. So this is that page where it shows you your actual. But I don't know. I thought this was pretty cool. I thought this was a cool way to see it. Has anyone done this like automatically already?
Not yet. I know when I first started playing with it, and I
Mhm.
set some stuff up and I told our VP, because he
Mhm.
tracks, he's responsible for putting in the data. So I
Yeah.
said, if we get to, like, as we roll into new months,
Mhm.
we may want to come to this report and show like, the tracking
Right.
of our goals and stuff. So we do, the first month of the week, first week of the month, we do sort of like, what did we do last month? But it's just a
Right.
summary of the month. This would actually show where we are in relationship to goals.
To what your goals are. Right, right. So yeah, this, I mean, because I think all of us will pull up like, oh, we had X amount of one-to-ones last month. Yay. But like, you know, 47 can look great, but if your goal was 80, it doesn't look that, as great, so at least it kind of shows you that. But okay, so and then you see here where it says mechanism 1, mechanism 2. This is where I was going with that other piece. So can you X out of this or close out of this, Jason, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and then if you went back to the enter chapter goals, go to that part.
Yep.
And then hit that chapter goal guide at the top, the button. There you go. This kind of gives you mechanisms. So it kind of can give you maybe some ideas of things that you could do to help drive your numbers in those different areas. So, just some ideas, some thoughts. So again, I thought that was kind of cool. I had played around, just started playing around with this with entering goals, and I didn't realize how extensive it was until I really dug in. So I would encourage many of you to do so. If you're part of your plan is to set goals and really, build from there and make some progress this year as a chapter, then this is a great way to start. So questions about this,
Yeah,
about
Nikki,
Jason's, yeah.
how would you translate this information to BNI Plus? I struggle with that as I was trying to set up the presentation for this morning in the goals section of BNI Plus. And
Okay.
I mean, I had my eyeballs were rolling back in my head by the time I got to that. So,
Right. That's a
but I
great question.
couldn't easily figure out how to do that. So
Um,
we could communicate that to the members easily.
and it might, Dave, I'm not sure, but it's something we can check into. But the one thing I could potentially think of is like, when Jason pulled up the screen that said view goals, and it was the goal and the actual. If you could remember when Drew and Trinity showed us how to create a slide, like you just open a slide and you could copy and paste
Yeah.
something on it. Like you could print screen that and then copy and paste it into the BNI Plus presentation, I think.
Yeah, that might be, but there's also the ability to do. Jason, have you played with that at all yet?
I haven't. Andrew, if Andrew Payton is on here, he's started doing that. Maybe he could speak to that.
No, actually, I haven't really dug into the BNI Plus.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got confused. I got confused on it yesterday when I was setting it up, and it just became more than I
Well,
wanted to get into. Does this, and this may be stupid me,
no,
does this really communicate though well the goals correctly or easily? What do you think?
you mean,
To
does
the
this,
membership, to
does,
everybody else? I don't know if it does or not. It's new. Maybe that's my problem.
I mean, I would think that this is just something you would communicate in your meetings, like maybe, as president, I'm always talking about what we want to do, what our chapter goals are, and
Mhm.
tying it back to it. And then, as the VP's reporting on stats and then stuff. So whether, I don't know that it's in this, I would take the view that it just communicate it in your meeting, as that's a talking point.
And yeah, I think I would agree. And also, like I said, if you did export it into an Excel spreadsheet, you could also like send it, like some people send
Yeah.
notes after a meeting or, like meeting updates or meet whatever. You could say, hey guys, here's where we're at, just an update on our goal setting or whatever, I mean, to
We
share.
have always communicated, each meeting, what our results were. Our president, Martha Monica, she liked the idea of doing, this is what happened last week, number of referrals, number
Right.
of CEUs.
Mhm.
There's no easy vehicle in BNI Plus that I can find for doing last week, but last month, which is still
Oh,
effective.
I see.
And that's fine. I think last month, but it was always okay. here's the number of, thank you for closed business. Our goal has been
Right.
this much, and we're either getting close to doing it right each month, or we're
Right.
short, or whatever. And then everything else. That's what we're
Okay.
used to. So I'm trying to figure out how to, if this is a good way to switch or to migrate to, that still would communicate well.
Yeah, Dave, you're the VP of your group?
Yeah,
I was VP of Amplified last year. And you know, I kind of reported everything clunky by pulling this report, pulling this, and I'm doing a lot of manual adding.
yep,
I do think that, to your point, this might be a good way because, you know, even in like this second column here showing like this month, it kind of aggregates it for you. So there is a little bit of a streamlining. You know, you have one one place to go and look for the data instead of, you know, if you were
Kind of pull
like
reports.
me, I had to pull like 3 different things and add this and look over here and
I,
then
I fully understand that. Go from
Yeah.
the VP report to the summary columns and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
back and forth, but I just curious as to how this had translated, and if it, if it makes sense to people, and maybe it's just me understanding it better and then being able to communicate it better.
Yeah.
And I can help with that too, Dave, if you know, as far as like understanding and communication, because again, this part is new to me. But as far as like, how do we pull this, or is there an easy way to put it into BNI Plus? That I do not know. I don't
I
know
would
if
say, like you said, Nick, worst case
Yeah.
copy and
scenario, you
paste
can,
it. Mhm.
take a screenshot of it, paste it
Mhm.
in as PDF.
Yeah,
That's probably the only logical way to do it right now.
I would think so. Yeah, because I don't. I mean, I know that data
Well, it
pulls,
says
but
you can export it to Excel, but that
Yeah.
seems really clunky too.
And then you still have to do some kind of migrate it into,
into
a
a slide.
JPEG.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, I mean, again, I think this is a great tool to set the goals and see how you're getting there, you know, how close
Yeah.
you're getting to them. So, and I know, I mean, some people, like I said, some people, this is not their jam. For me, I like to like it. It's a motivator, you know, when I see like, you know, our goal is 100 one-to-ones in November and we're at 48. I want to be like, dude, we need to pick it up or track it. Sometimes it's just that they're not putting it in, and you know, you need a hefty reminder about that. So, you know, just things to kind of monitor. Anyway, any other questions before I move to the next? Okay, so announcements and resources, just a handful of things here. This is, again, this is high level overview. Obviously, we're in fourth quarter right now. Hopefully everybody's getting transitioned well into their new leadership team, BNI Plus transition. We had our Green is Gold dinner, which was highly attended. That was awesome. We had our new member social, which wasn't as attended, but it was still cool because we had a lot of new members and or a handful of new members that met some more veteran members that were there, like Dave was there, and Martha, Monica, who else came that was a veteran member? But it was nice. Oh, we had high flyers, had Steve Howard, I think. So yeah, it was good. It was good mingling with some of our newer people. So, oh, Eli was there too, I forgot. So thank you guys for coming out. These are the visitor events that have already, well, either on the books or have occurred. For Q4, Game Changers did October 29th, South Dayton did November 6th, Gem City North was yesterday, Referral Generators yesterday, but they're kind of doing some revamping. Sydney is doing one on 11/22, and Sydney's really putting a full go to rebuild. So they're going to do one a month, which is a great option. B2B is also working to rebuild, and they're going to do one every other month, the first Friday of every other month, which is awesome. So yeah, if you guys have visitor events, which I do encourage one a quarter, but if you have one that you have planned, please let me know, because what I'm doing is putting them on our calendar. So this is in our events page, because believe it or not, we do have people that just look for like the event to go to. Like they may not be invited by a person in your chapter. They might just be looking for a chapter. And this is a way for them to go and register or go find the event. So anyway, I've been putting these on the calendar. So if you have one coming up, please let me know. Any regional event for us starts with an MV. So like Miami Valley New Member Social, that was for us. MV Leadership Roundtable, that's today. But then you have like November monthly core call or first year member essentials. That's regional. So, but again, anybody can go. It's just that that's a regional event on the calendar. The BNI Plus, you can also register for those on the calendar here. So this is again at bnimiamivalley.com. This is the December one. So I have, I usually code them as business networking event. But if you would click into the one at B2B, it kind of goes over all the details, tells where it's at, and so forth. So that is in there. And then, I think I didn't see it because of my bottom bar, but I have the one from, Sydney in there also. So I'll continue to add these in as you guys get them to me. So please do so. And next month's roundtable, we're going to do it a little bit different. I kind of wanted to do like a holiday, like a leadership holiday social. So we can just kind of like celebrate the holidays, do a little networking. And if I have like important events to share, I'll do that then as well. But wanted to make it a little bit more festive. So again, it's always the second Thursday, but this time I did change the time. So it's an evening. But put that on your calendar, save the date so that, and obviously I will let you know the location soon. I haven't gotten that far yet into it, but we will do like a nice little social for our leaders. But that will be something I'll need to make sure that you do register for, because I'll obviously need to know how many people are coming. But again, December 12th. So keep that on your calendar. Then, this is the first year member essentials. Again, if you have new members, send them to this. It's so helpful overview of like, because, like I said, I love training the new chapters because I get to go over all of this with them. But a new member, like they don't have that training from someone right at the jump. Like, they should have their mentor coordinator that goes over it. But this gives them that high level, like, of the websites they need, the MSP, the passport to success, all those things. And it really helps them like dive in. So again, this is always, they have it twice a month and it's on the calendar. I think it says that too down there, but I can't see it from my bar. The permanent offers we have, they're the same as they have been. We do have the military 3 months for veterans and military families, the complimentary membership for nonprofits, and then the PayPal option, which is 6 month, 0 interest for anyone that would be interested in that. Our fees, obviously the 2 years, your best investment, it's the most discounted investment, but most people go with the 1, but these are the options as well. And does anyone have any questions before we wrap up today? Anyone? Alrighty, I'm going to then go to my next page because give yourself
Nikki,
2.
Nikki, I got 2
Oh, yeah.
questions.
Sure.
I'm going to sound like a broken record on this, but we have a couple people who have ordered name tags and they have no clue where they are.
Okay.
And we're really trying to have everybody with a name tag.
Sure. Usually it takes about 3-ish weeks. But what I can do or Jerry can do is put a ticket in and ask. So if you have the people that are missing, that are not gotten them yet, just shoot me and Jerry their names and we'll
Okay.
put a ticket in.
Somebody that has been in our group for 6 months and she, probably got the initial email to order, but then never did it. And then she was asking about it. She's like, oh, how do I get one of those? It's like, well, as I told her, I said, you probably got an email when you first onboarded. And she's like, oh, so can we have her like get that resent, like the resending of that?
Yeah, if she never did, we can put a ticket in. Julie can do that. Yeah,
Okay.
put a ticket in.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you guys something too.
Keep in mind that send it to the business address you have on BNI Connect. Because I had that issue with our PO box.
So what was that?
Yeah, what'd you say, Julie?
Oh, I said, keep in mind it sends it to the business address you have on Connect.
Oh, yeah.
So
It
if
will
you have
send
a
it to the
PO
business
box
address.
or
okay.
something about
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good. Thank you.
Nikki, the other question for the new member social last, whatever it was, Thursday.
Yeah.
Have you done a 1-to-1 on that or whatever the numbers were?
Oh, did I enter? No.
Yeah. Are you
No.
going to?
Well, I guess I could. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, Nikki, this
yeah.
is Monica.
hey.
I never got a name tag either. So can I do the same thing? I got it. I paid for my name tag, but I would like another one.
Okay. So you never got your new member name tag? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, I never got a new name tag. I mean, I never ordered the new free name tag.
Okay. Then yes.
Let's make this kind of easy. each chapter, get the president or somebody to make a list of who's missing them, their
Okay.
name and their company name, and get that to your coaches and add Nikki into the email, and we'll just send the tickets all at one time.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would
Okay.
be great. Thank you, Jerry. That's
Because I know Metro's missing a few people, so
Yeah.
that's
now,
It would-
if they've already had one and they lost it and they're trying to get a new one, I mean, they can order a new one. They just have to pay for it. It's like $10. But new members, if you never got your new member one, they can send you the link for the new member one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So yeah, if you need them, get a list and new member or replacement and send to your coach. Copy me on it. That would be perfect. Thank you. Okay. And then the last thing I have for everybody is the best leaders never stop learning. So I love that everybody was on here. We had a great group. I know a couple have trailed off, which is fine. I know some people have other meetings they had to attend to, but thank you guys all for being on. And if you have questions, ask your coach, ask me, but ask each other too. We have great resources in the region of people utilizing the things, utilizing BNI Plus, working on the goal setting and so forth. But I love that we have these resources now that we can use to all continue to grow and get better. So thank you guys. If anybody has any further questions, feel free to stay on for a few minutes. But otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your week. And I'm sure we'll see you soon out in the field.
If somebody does want some help on BNI Plus, now that I'm not an expert, but I've been through it,
Yeah.
give me a call.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Dave. For any of those of you that are brand newbies, check with Dave.
thanks, guys.
All right.
Thanks, Nikki.
Thank you,
Nikki.
guys. Have a great rest of your week.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks everybody for being here.
Why can't I stop? Oh, okay. I gotta stop. Sorry. There we go. All right. See ya.